Hello everyone, welcome to episode 19 about Sensei Measaras Autobiography. Hello Sensei, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
And you told us about the Malaysian karate, Seibukan, Shogunri Seibukan, and how did it come you were interested in the traditional karate?
Well, as I told you in my former episode, I don't know which part of it, I came to meet Sensei Don F. Draeger.
Yes.
Through him, I fall in love with traditional karate. Even though at that time, I was already involved in the referee. At that time, I will tell about the Malaysian Karate Federation later, how it was formed, and what was my posts in that federation. I was a refereeing and I was also national coach and everything at that time. Till the end of 70s, I was national coach. Till 1980, I came down to Germany, 1980. So I met senseis in the end of 60s, 70s, Don Draeger sensei. And I saw when I told him I'm doing Shorin-ryu karate, he said, Shorin-ryu karate? Oh, that's Okinawa karate. So that is how I came to find out. When I told him the katas, he used to sometimes teach me some karate techniques with one of my colleagues. If anybody don't believe, you can ask him. His name is Ponea. Tony Ponea. Today he calls it Hayashi Hashitoryu was his style. Later he changed to, he called it Tony Ponaya Hayashi Hashitoryu. So he's still in Malaysia. His children are kumite champions and all these stuffs and referees and all these stuffs. Anyway, I brought into Tony Ponaya into karate and I brought him to see Draeger Sensei also. So he still remembers how Draeger Sensei used to correct our technique and teaching some techniques, all these stuffs. So Draeger Sensei, when I mentioned him about my style, he said, oh, Okinawa Shorin-ryu karate. So when I mentioned the names of the katas, he told me these are not Okinawa names. These are all Japanese names. It's not Okinawa karate, but you're practicing. So I knew from that time something is wrong.
Okay.
Sorry, excuse me. So that is how later when I wrote and asked him, he said, no. When I came to Malaysia and Germany, I wrote to him, he said, no, these are all original katas of Okinawa. So I said, no, can't be. So that is how I got involved and I start studying about traditional karate histories, about all the masters and everything at that time. And well, where was I? When I came to meet Zempo Sensei in the 80s, middle of 80s, I should say that I came to find out that I have to go back home. He didn't want to teach me. So I said, I will come back again, Sensei, to learn. He thought to himself, he won't come back. He's like all the Malaysian fellows who come one time, two times, and then they never come back again. He will be the same thing. He never expected me to come back. At that time, we don't have fax or all these things. I used to send telegram. Sensei, I'm coming on this and this time. And I was in the airport again, 1 year later, saved some money again, and went down to Okinawa on my own this time, not with my wife. Zempo Sensei was not in the airport or anything, and I don't know where to go again, So I took a taxi and said I want to go to Seibukan Dojo. I had the address, and it was a long drive, nearly about 45 minutes. And it charged me a lot of money. And he brought me to the wrong dojo in Chatham. That was Yonamini Sensei's Shorin-ryu dojo. And he came out, Yonamini Sensei, he said, hey, come. I said, no, the taxi driver brought me to the wrong dojo. I'm going to, no, Shorin-ryu, all same. You train here, you sleep my dojo, everything. I said, no, thank you. I said to the man, this is not the dojo I want to. Bring me back to this address. So he brought me to Chatan Dojo, Jaguru Dojo. That's how we call it. Sebukan Dojo. Jaguru is the place where the dojo is situated. So he brought me down there, and I was knocking the door and pressing the bell. And Sensei came down with a necktie and coat. He was supposed to go to the office. And he saw me. First question I never forget. And in front of his door, what are you doing here? So I told him I came for training, Sensei. I don't have time for you. Go. I still remember this word.
Yes.
So inside me, I didn't know what to do. I'm in a different country, different place. I don't know the language, nothing. Where should I go with my luggage, everything? So I said, okay, Sensei. Then he looked at me. He said, put your bag inside the car. So he opened the boot. I put the bag, and he said, get in. So put me in, and he said, I have to go to the hospital. My son is admitted in the hospital. So on the way, he was telling that he's a small baby. The baby that was Zenye. Zenye was a small baby just born, and he had chicken pox all over. Yes, and he was in a very bad situation. Sensei was very sad and angry because his son is in a bad situation, sick, in the hospital with his wife, and that was why he was in a bad mood. So he brought me to the hospital. He said, sit down in the car. I have to go to visit my son, child. Then he went down to visit, and then he came down. He was already smiling. He said, everything is okay. He looks good now. So that was the time Zenye was born at that year when I visited him. I don't know which year it is. That must be 86, 87, somewhere around there. So he brought me to a hotel in Okinawa City and said, here's the hotel, you can stay here. So I remember, but the name of the hotel is a Mexican hotel. I cannot remember the name. Lama Hotel or something like that. So I stayed, it was like about $70 or $80 per day. Now I calculated, and I thought the most I can stay is like about 5 or 6 days. Then I have to go back, change my ticket, and I have to go back because I don't have so much money. But before coming, I've wrote to him so many letters. I'll be coming, can you get me a cheap apartment or hotel or room somewhere where I can stay? So he didn't get all these letters and my telegram, everything, because his secretary, he had a secretary in his office, put this all on the table, and suddenly he was putting more papers and everything, and this was all underneath. Before going one day, he came to me and he showed me all these letters and telegram. He said, I'm so sorry, Jamal. I saw this all under my papers.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you sent it, because he told me, I never received any letters from you. I never got any telegram from you. I said, I sent it. No, I didn't get it. Well, anyway, then he put me in the hotel. I say, how do I come for training, Sensei? Because he never expected me to come back. And here I came back for training. And he gave me the address of his 2 dojos. That's the Jaguru dojo, which I had already. Then he had in Okinawa, that is where his office was situated. In that office itself, that he had a small dojo. And there he used to also teach like 2 or 3 days. Second dojo, that his office. When he feels boring, he will go there, take out, and he will train on his own. So this address too he gave me, which is about just a walking distance from a hotel to his office dojo. But to his dojo, to Jaguru, it is all downhill, like about 5-6 kilometers. And then when I have to go back, I have to climb hills like that, and 5-6 kilometers. So it was a long way. So he gave me the address and said, okay, today is training and finish, that's all. The rest I can continue. How I got my training, how was the training in Okinawa, I will let you know in the next episode. If you have any questions about this, you can ask me. Do you have any questions?
Not at the
Not right
moment.
now.
Not right now.
Okay.
It was so exciting.
Yes. I'm sure when you hear this time where I was training with Okinawa, my second visit, you will think what the lucky guys you people are today to get this training, and how I went through my hard times. It's not an easy time. It's not a bed full of roses. It was with a lot of thorns inside. Take care and hope to see you all. Keep in touch, keep in tune. Don't miss it. Bye.
Bye.